Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 589. Today what we're doing is turning a regular rack into a stall bar. We love to use stall bars to control body position and work on different types of torso strength. I got Coach Josh here. We're at, well, I guess I call it Brick Nation. Everyone says Brick Nation. Brick CrossFit, NYC, and we're gonna go over a couple things. The first thing is just the setup for this, okay? You can take a regular squat rack. It doesn't matter if your bar comes out to the front here. In this case, our bar comes a little bit back. So you're gonna have to just be careful with that because it's gonna create a little bit more of a torque on the shoulder. However, these two bars are the important parts for this drill. The first bar, the higher one, is gonna support the scapula, okay? We wanna make sure that it's on the scapula, the wide part of the shoulder blade. Come here, Josh, just for a second. So, if we were just to define Josh's shoulder blade right here, when his arm is up in the air, that's this sucker right here. So we want the bar to be on top of that. If he slides down too far, if this bar is up too high, it's gonna put pressure right on top of that glenohumeral joint. That's not what we want. So we wanna make sure it's down and able to support that shoulder blade. The second portion, the second bar is gonna be down next to his hip, and you're gonna see why in a second. So Josh is gonna reach back here, and he's just gonna bring himself, this is a controlled position. See how his feet are still on the ground? He can control his body position, but the first thing he's gonna do is lock those shoulder blades down so he doesn't put a whole bunch of pressure on his shoulder. And you can see how he gets nice extension. You're gonna get good thoracic mobility with this too. Now his hips stay planted on the bar, the lower bar, and obviously this is his fulcrum bar. From right here, he's just gonna start very simply by bringing his knees up, keeping his hips itself against the lower bar. You come back down. This is where we would start this position, or this is where we'd start this drill. And we'd just be able to work these lower abdominal muscles while keeping the body and the torso in a good position, okay? The next step that we would do across from that is we would still do knees, except what we're gonna do is go ahead and bring your knees up, and then he's just gonna lift just his torso off the bottom part of his hips just a little bit. He's gonna come back down, all right? And then the hips touch, and his legs come back down. What we want to be able to do from there is now turn that into an L-sit. By bringing it to an L-sit, the lever gets longer, there's more pressure on the lower abdominal muscles, but we're still supported here. So go ahead from right there, L-sit to there, back is still against the lower rail. Drop back down. As we get more proficient with that, now we're gonna do that second step, now with an L-sit, right? Good, from right there. This is gonna put the most pressure on the shoulder, so we're gonna do this one last. You come back down after we get more proficient. Now I showed these 4 techniques over and over again, 1, 2, 3, and 4 really quick, but that's not really how it happened, right? We would do this a couple times, probably just start with just the knees for about a week, and then go from the knees, bringing the, to the L-sit, and then each time, each progression, 1, 2, 3, and 4, as those steps went up, we do each one about a week. Cool? You have anything to add?
That's good.
How'd that feel?
It feels pretty good. Definitely
breathing
good, nice
heavy.
thoracic extension for sure.
Right. So it's a good way to work on that thoracic, that extended shoulder position, that abducted position, that overhead position, but at the same time, we're still able to work on all those lower abdominal core muscles that we need for all those great movements in CrossFit, right?
That's right.
Josh, thank you so much.
All right, brother.
Brick NYC, thank you guys so much. Guys, until tomorrow, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.